Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to DC Universe Online, back over here at the test server, and today we're going to be on Test Ember Gadget. That's right, Test Ember Gadget is a female because I got tired of looking at males all the time. If you say I'm confused, I probably am. Because I spent the last hour before recording this pretty much trying to get, one, I'm getting my Supercharge built up because I'm going to do the Supercharges, and two, I haven't played Gadgets. This is the disclaimer here. I haven't played Gadgets since launch. I've had great guys like Deadpool from the forums. I've actually just completely read his stuff and trying to get a DPS build where it seems like people use this. And I've asked a couple of other friends and they've helped me out a little bit as well. And hopefully I can provide that kind of feedback for you guys, because I know you guys want to see the power interactions when, and I do have a couple of videos that will get out as soon as I can to try and help you guys out with this to see how it is in actually a real duo or an alert situation. Probably duos because it's a lot faster to pop, and they're a lot faster in general. But today we're going to be looking at gadgets. We're going to first look at the trap tree. So let's go ahead and bring it open. Now, let me go into the gadgets, I should say, with this. Clown Box and Gag Glove. Both abilities have been removed from gadgets and is added to the Iconics tree. And I will show you here. Oh god, I couldn't even click them. What's wrong with me? So, Clown Box and so Amazon Deflection and Batarang are here. Clown Box is over here and closes inside of a giant box protecting you, and then Gag Glove launches a lead-filled boxing glove to damage and knock down enemies. As far as I see, these have not really been changed. The only difference is they have been removed from the gadgets tree. They are now iconic powers, so everybody can use them now. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. Like I said, I haven't played gadgets. I'm really going into this blind. I've learned a little bit of a loadout for DPS, and of course, the control roll, that's a no-brainer. I already know how to do that, but learning power interactions is, especially with gadgets, is a little difficult because gadgets can do electrified, burning, and ice, just like mental can. So, power interactions for DPS, for all you DPS guys out there, please, do not take anything to heart if I mispronounce something. Leave it in the comments as constructive criticism and to help out your fellow players as well, because I'm going into this teaching you guys about the trees, just going over some changes and showing you guys the new some of the animations for this thing. I think some of these have changed, but again, I'm not really sure. I will get back to leveling my gadget character as soon as I can. But all in all, now that's over with, let's go into traps. So first things first, we have Taser Pull. Taser Pull hasn't been changed. Hasn't been changed at all. Next is Fear Gas. Fear Gas has been changed a little bit. They increased the range from 12.5 meters from to 12.5 from the 10.5. So you got an extra 2 meters out of this. Pretty cool. Another thing that it does now is it panics. It panics enemies, which every time I use Fear Gas, it's a spray. It's kind of like a little channeled thing. It channels as I'm spraying them, and if it panics them, they're going to kind of be running away from my spray. So maybe the extra 2 meters, if they run away, maybe this will help out a little bit, but I used it in the duo, and they kept running away from me, but they're still taking the dot damage, because it inflicts burning on electrified enemies, so of course Taser Pull with Fear Gas works out pretty well. Next up is Stealth. Here's the changes for Stealth, okay? It's usable while in combat. Alright, so you can just go in stealth mode. Pretty cool. You are no longer snared or using the sneaking animation. The movement that you'll be using is just walking around like normal, and I will demonstrate that along with the abilities for it as well. It increased the cooldown to 30 seconds from 1 second. That's a no-brainer. Alright, so let's look at the 3 abilities that you get when in stealth. You get Cuff 'em. That deals... Actually, I will exit this, and I'll just go straight to the freaking loadout. That'll work. Even though it doesn't really show anything. But Cuff 'em. That's what the icon looks like. Cuff them. Deals damage and decrease cooldown to 10 seconds. Implosion Mine. Oop, nope, that's not the right one. Where's Implosion Mine? That's surprise attack. That's return to normal. Fear gas, taser pull, grapple. Oh, that's not supposed to be there. Self-destruct signal. What the hell is that? Why do I keep learning new things? No, Implosion Mine. There it is. I'm just going to put that right there. And really, I don't know what the hell that is. That's for the holographic decoy. That's pretty cool. Oh, I'm sorry. It also detonates any nearby implosion mine or thermite mine. Huh. That's not special. Anyways, back to this. Implosion Mine deals damage. The tooltip now states that this ability retains stealth when used, but is vulnerable to interrupt. Yes. Retains stealth and vulnerable to interrupt. It's right there in green and red. And they decrease the cooldown to 15 seconds. And then Surprise Attack now plays full animation. And we're going to definitely see what that means when we take a look at the animation stuff. So I think that's probably one that most people are actually asking about. Next up is Defibrillator. No changes to that. That's still our instant power over time. Or instant power to the 3 most fatigued members. Bunker Buster did get changed a little bit. It has decreased the supercharge cost from 100% to 50%. And decreased damage slightly. We'll take a look at what kind of damage it does in a little while. And then next over here is Thermite Mine. Thermite Mine is decreased the cast time to 1.4 seconds and increased the cooldown to 1.5. Make sure I'm going to repeat that because it sounds like I said the same thing. Decrease the cast time by 1.4 seconds. Increase the cooldown to 1.5 seconds. So it's a 0.1 second difference between these things. So the cast time is shorter, cooldown is longer. Congratulations. Battle Drone. This is a 35% supercharge, and I am ecstatic because I really like this ability. And I'll show you guys it in a moment. The reason I like it so much is because this is yet another supercharge that gives power back to raid group over time. Yes, yes, yes. And it's a 35% supercharge. You can use it twice, easily jump right back into another to get to a third one. That's pretty cool. Now the amount of power that it gives back, we'll have to check that out. Again, that'll be like in a group raid scenario or something. Hopefully I'll take a look at that when I can. Next up is Gauze Grenade. Apparently a big favorite for everybody. Let's see. Gauze Grenade did not get any changes done to it. Cool. No changes. It still electrifies enemies, making them vulnerable to electrified power interactions. And next is Cryofoam. Cryofoam had no changes either. Inflicts burning on electrified enemies. That's still the same thing. Next up is Neuro Neutralizer. And it got changed just a tad bit. They increased the low end range of damage so that it never hits for less than Gauze Grenade. Alright. There you go. So, what Neuro Neutralizer does, it puts a barrier around you, and then it shorts out some enemy brain function at point blank range to cause heavy damage. So you're going to use this when you're in like in the middle of a big group of mobs. You'll use this to shield yourself a little bit, and also it'll do damage to everyone around you. They increase the amount of damage absorption that Restoration affects to 100%, matching the amount from Dominance. Same thing like Telekinetic Shield from Mental. You now have a bubble. It goes along the lines of the Dominance with Restoration, so you can take more in. So gadgets and mentals, especially when we're in control mode, control role, we're already looking for dominance because of our control abilities. So, and our crowd control. So having the more dominance will definitely help out your damage absorption along because it goes coincide with the restoration. Those are one of the fixes that one of the changes that they made to restoration like that a while of updates ago. Next over here is Sleep Dart. Sleep Dart, they decreased the power cost to 300 from 350, and they increased the damage. And this is one of those abilities that still does a control roll where it removes damage roll, damage output from the target. And it also retains stealth. I think that was already there to begin with. And I actually remember seeing the animation for this. They just stand up and sleep. It's so cute. So cute. And then, last but not least, we have Cryofield. The only change that they did with Cryofield was they added an initial damage burst. That's all they did with it. And as you see, this long list of stuff, it inflicts burning on electrified enemies. Inflicts frostbite to make enemies vulnerable to freezing effects. While frostbitten, they might get imbued or cased. Burning or electrified enemies will explode. I think the DPS combo with this is supposed to be Gauss Grenade, then Fear Gas, and then Cryofield. Because Cryofield, burning or electrified enemies will explode. Hell, Gauss Grenade gives them electrified, and then Fear Gas puts burning on them because they are now electrified. And boom, they just... It's supposed to be a nice big damage thing. And that's really it of the trap tree. I have to say the trap tree didn't really get as much changes as I would have thought it would have. Compared to everything else, really. But the really big thing in here were the changes to stealth. So I'm not even worried about moving things over, because the first thing I'm going to do is we're just going to come over here and see these nice little guys. Now I already have my basic setup here for the animations. For the basic animation ones, I should say. And we are going to go in... I'm actually going to change this up, because there's no real reason to show you a move that hasn't been changed. So Fear Gas stays, because that's been changed. Let's see what else got changed a little bit. Keeping Stealth in there. Stealth changes. Thermite Mine didn't... The only thing that changed out was a decrease in the increase. Or da. Sorry, I'm out Russian all of a sudden. Guys, need Cryofoam. Neuro Neutralizer is not in this build. I'll have to put it there. Yeah, really, the self-destruction must have came from the Tricks tree by mistake. Forgot to put that in there. Where are you, cutie? There. No, that's Gauss Grenade. That's what I wanted, right? Gauss? Nope, Gauss Grenade's there. Neuro Neutralizer, that's what I wanted. So I'll put Neuro Neutralizer right here. And then Cryofoam didn't really get any changes to it. Yeah, it didn't get any changes, so I don't need to show you Cryofoam. And this isn't one of those things where I'm now rambling on and to make the video longer or anything. And of course I could have skipped this, but I'm right here. I'm already done with it because Trap Tree took no time whatsoever. And I'm not really going to show you Thermite Mine. I should actually probably show you if there's any new stuff, I should say. I guess I should have, shouldn't I? I'm so sorry. Taser Pull, I know didn't get changed because I still noticed the difference. Let's see. Want to make sure. All Gadget power abilities have actually been visually updated, so I have no choice but to, I guess, do that then. I'll bring back Taser Pull, and I guess we'll do it that way. Whatever, man. Whatever. So Stealth is actually... Stealth, when I was playing with Mental, which was called Invisibility over there, it was pretty fun. What the hell just happened? I don't know it. And after Stealth, no reason to use Defibrillator. Thermite Mine's fine. Then Gauze. And then you can use Cryofoam. Alright, so let's take a look at these abilities first, alright? Cephas. Oh, actually I'll come over here. Alright, so Taser Pull. Here's our basic... this electrifies enemies, of course. So... I guess the electrified here got a little better. It looks more greenish. That teal looking color for Gadget abilities. Next up will be Fear Gas, because This character was electrified, but now we'll use fear gas. Alright, so we're following the enemy. Okay. As you see, they're just taking a bunch of dot damage as they're running away. Alright, so let's take a look at stealth. Whoosh. I'm all stealthy. And we'll use Cuff. And it knocks me out. So while we're waiting for the cooldown, that's Cuff. It now does damage. And now, as we're waiting, I'm actually going to use Thermite Mine. This did get an update. Oh, crap. Darn it. You aren't supposed to do that. Look at him. So cute. Let's see how many we can put. I wonder if I can do a smiley face. Can I do a smiley face? Nah, they're just going to go all sorts of places. So there's 4 mines posted. I guess it depends on how much power I actually have. So, yay to that. I got 5 mines out, and you know what I want to do? I can tell you what I want to do. If all 5 are going to stay there for me, please. Okay, we're going to have... Alright, I'm sorry. This might be off topic. I don't care. Watch this. Oh, I'm going to love this. Taser pull. Oh my god, each one did like 272 damage. I am horrible. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I won't play around like that anymore. I'm sorry. Alright, we're going back into stealth. That was Cuff. Let me double check to make sure this is the correct loadout. The Implosion Mine and Surprise Attack. Okay, Implosion Mine is supposed to allow me to stay stealth. So, let's look at Implosion Mine. It has a nice little saw blade effect, and it's a different color. Alright, and as you see, Implosion Mine seems to have a nice... I want to say a pretty long cooldown. Who's attacking him? Oh, for the love of God, I don't like people who attack. They make it mad. So I'm just going to land another one, just for the hell of it. And then Surprise Attack. I don't even want to play with you. I'm going to play with Solomon over here. Hey, Grundy. So, we're going to do Surprise Attack. Oh my god, who else felt that was a waste of time? Surprise Attack. Let me look at this again. The animation now plays full animation for Surprise Attack. It's a flipping uppercut that knocks him down. I'm not impressed with that. I am not. I am not impressed. Whatever. And we already did Thermite Mine. Animation looks pretty cool. Let's look at Gauze Grenade. Just going to go a little ranged a little bit. Electrifies enemies. Nice little big old sucker. Let's try it again. That one did 293 damage. That one, I don't even know what the hell that one did. 253. 293. Woohoo, we're going to get there. 269. Okay. Alright, I'm glad you're happy, Solomon. Go ahead and give me some more power, please. And then, last but not least, we have... I think this is Cryofield. Cryofoam, I'm sorry. Cryofoam. And here. Ah, he's all stuck in... Oh my god. Where the hell did he go? That was not me. What the heck was that? Did he pull him? Solomon, come on. Come on back, Solomon. Good, Solomon. Alright, let's look at this again. Cryofoam. Rooted. Okay, so yeah. I don't know what that was beforehand, but that was weird. If we do it again... Yeah, he's just gonna stand there. Yeah, Cryofoam is just gonna make him rooted. Okay, I get that. I get that. Let's switch it over. Away from Cryofoam, let's grab Neuroneutralizer. Just bring it over here. Neuroneutralizer, Sleep Dart. And then Cryo Field. There. Cryo Field. I can't change role in combat. Oh, for the love of Peter. Oh, come on, Grundy. Get me out of combat. The one thing I always hate about this. Alright, and that was pretty quick. Alright, so let me change my abilities because I didn't do that yet. I am looking for Neuroneutralizer, Sleep Dart, and then Cryofield. Yay. Alright, so Neuroneutralizer. Let's take a look at this. This is our shield, and it's supposed to do damage, damn, 225 damage to Solomon. Solomon Grundy don't like headaches. I'm just going to do it one more time. 295. And I am in DPS gear, by the way. I am in full tier 3 DPS gear. So don't yell at me. And next ability we're going to take a look at is Sleep Dart. Oh, he's so cute. Oh man, dude, there is something inside of you. Does everyone see this? Oh, it disappeared. Oh, I'm putting it back on him. Sleep Dart. Look at this thing. Look at it. Batman would be so happy. Batman would approve. And then we have finally Cryo Field. Now, if I'm away from him, he doesn't do damage. But if I go near him, he gets damage. So it puts a nice little ice. This looks like an escapable storm around you. As you see, it works pretty long time. And I'm just going to electrify him. Just so I can do this. Now, in case... I'm just going to do it. I'm sorry, Grundy, but that was funny. I'm sure Solomon Grundy didn't think that was funny, though. Alright, so he's still burning. Alright, the burning's done. Alright, so Cryofield, if we remember, let me actually go into it so we can look at it one more time. Cryofield inflicts burning on electrified enemies. Inflicts frostbite to make enemies vulnerable to freezing effects, while frostbitten enemies may be rooted or encased. So, here's what's going on. I'm going to electrify him with Taser Pool. 194. Then, here comes Cryofield. And I'm guessing he's already feeling the burn a little bit. So he's taking burning damage, and he's also taking the damage from me while in Cryofield. So you're seeing that damage right now. That's what it looks like. Now, true, I don't have Intimidation on this bar, but that's an easy fix. So let me actually go to a DPS build that I think is supposed to be the one that everyone uses. It's what I've read, and if I'm mistaken, please do not chastise me. Do not chastise me. I'm sorry if I got this wrong. Again, I don't play gadgets. When a gadget person is able to do this, and I could probably, if I could find Deadpool in whatever space he is in, I would bring him. I really would. But you probably won't, for all you gadgets people out there, you'll probably do a lot better once the game actually comes out. Once this update comes out, you guys can do the full testing and check it out. I am just providing this information to you all. And I'm going to bring out the Supercharges because I didn't do those yet. So, I guess this is besides the two Supercharges, oh, for the love of God, I'm still in combat! Solomon, why do you hate me? Why? Come on, Solomon. Solomon Grundy, I know you want pants too. He breaks my heart right now. So, let me be right back while I drop out of con. And we're back! Alright, so let's look at what this is supposed to be. I'm using Intimidation show you guys the damage, because it's supposed to empower your attacks to cause additional damage and force enemies to cower in fear or panic. That's true. That does happen. Grab Gauss Grenade, grab Fear Gas, and Cryo Field. And then I'm just going to grab Bunker Buster and Battle Drone, because I need to show you guys the supercharges for that. Those are the two I forgot. Alright, so this is all from the traps tree. Of course, when you do a full gadget spec, you can grab stuff from gadgets and tricks, from traps and tricks. So I'm only showing you everything out of one tree. This isn't really a complete loadout, but anyways. So I'm going to use Shuriken as an example. Shuriken. Just tapping it. 29, crit 47, 36, 37, 31, 53, crit, 59, crit. Alright, so we see all that. Intimidation. 35, and he's now panicking. He's now running. I'm getting base of 49s in the 40s now. And he's still taking damage, and he's still running around. Alright, so there you go. And Intimidation's actually still on too, so I can... Alright, there. Now it's gone. Okay, so let's look at the combination of Gauss Grenade, Fear Gas, Cryo Foam, okay? Gauss Grenade electrifies enemies. We see this. Fear Gas. Now the person is on fire. And then Cryo Foam, or Cryo... I probably wasn't on top of him, so it probably didn't do very well. Let's try that in a little better rapid motions, shall we? Instead of just having to do it so slow. Like we're actually in combat. I'm not using Intimidation yet. Gauss Grenade, Fear Gas, Cryo Field. And that's cool. And he's ensnared and trapped and everything. Taking damage from burning, taking damage from frostbite. I'm waiting. There he goes. Alright, so let's take a look. I'm going to scroll out because apparently I need more camera view. Let's try. Give me some power back, please. Thank you. And let's try with Intimidation. Alright, Intimidation. Gauss Grenade. There's Fear Gas, and then Cryo Field. I'm going to stand right on top of him. So you're seeing the dot damage, you're seeing how it's actually looking. And apparently he's not panicked either. But those are just some power interactions that you can see from this. As I said, once a Gadget person actually gets their hands on this a lot better than me, I think it's going to be a blissful thing. And I might even talk to them and try to get them on the show or something. I don't know. But let's take a look at the abilities. First things first, we're going to take a look at Bunker Buster. By itself, no power interactions whatsoever. So here's Bunker Buster. Oh, wow. Wow! Look at that rain. Wow. Alright. I like it. A lot of stuff coming in. I like that. That was pretty cool. I'll give it that. So, I'm actually now going to unload my full power, and hopefully I can see what Battle Drone does. Alright, so let's try this. Oop, there. Alright, so there's my full health. I'm actually just going to waste some of this a little bit more. There. Battle Drone. $18, $20, you're seeing the ticks, and it's still doing attacking as well. It's still attacking. I got full health. Or, actually, I'm just going to keep going here. Because I want you guys to see the power out that it's doing. Which, I mean, for a little guy like that, it's not that bad. It's not. I think I'm still getting the 600 and everything from the sparring target, so do not really even look at that. And how long is this guy going to be out? Oh, there he goes. Alright. That's the traps tree. And that was pretty cool. The battle drone doing some pretty good, decent power over time. The battle drone needs to be probably used better in control mode, which when I'll actually get my stuff back up and I'll switch to my control stuff and we will see what it looks like. We'll flip it in just 1 second. Okay, so I'm now back to battle drone coming out and everything. We remember that he was giving ticks about like 18, 20, almost every second. And just to give you guys a look at what my stats are for my vitalization is at 451. This is, well, besides these green items here, don't really worry about those, but everything else is tier 3 stuff, and I am spec'd for all vitalization and all that stuff. So apparently I maxed myself out at 451. Well, I feel like this is wrong. I don't know. But I also have the cunning innates as well, so I can increase my critical power out. So let's see if being in control role is going to be able to change that a little bit. Let me actually put that in my control ability so I can use it. There. Alright, so now let's take a look and see what's going on. Now, if you see like the big crit stuff, it's probably because from the sparring target, and I'm sorry for that. Let's go ahead and just waste all of this. All of this goodness. There, I'm wasting it. Battle drone. Let's see what his stuff is now. He's still popping out 20s in the 18. So the battle drone does not seem to be on par with how much vitalization you have. Now, if you're seeing like the 100 stuff, that's all me. Like, not the 620, not that 6 thing. Jesus. Wow, where's my power out in this? There's 126. The 126 is mine. Anything bigger is a sparring target. And you can see that the battle drone was given out like 18 to 24 power. But that's it for the traps tree. And I will see you guys in a little while so we can go over the next video should be the tricks. And I hope to see you guys there. Stay tuned.